literally treating people.
They actually came into my village earlier today.
They did?
Yeah, that was mad.
Isn't it strange that you have a very quiet village?
Yeah, this is a very quiet village, but they keep on coming, like, on occasions to scare us. That's a scare tactic, basically.
That's what they do in Colombia, where I'm from. But they do it all the time. Like my cousins.
Oh yeah, in Colombia all the time. Yeah.
Two of my cousins, they're in their 40s. Their sons are in Israeli detention for, I don't know, over a year now. And up to a few months ago, they were coming into both their father's houses. So their fathers are my cousins, so I guess their sons would be my second cousins. Is that how it works? Yeah. So they were going into their house, two houses. They were trashing their houses every 5 to 15 days, so you don't know when they're coming, and beating the shit out of my cousins. Every 1 to 2 weeks, 3 weeks at the most. But it was a routine thing for, I don't know, like 8-10 months. They were doing it. And I was trying to get them out.
I could imagine what they do to the women. They probably rape them.
Well, not in front of, it's not the women. Well, women in prison, in detention, yeah. But it's the, and this has only come out recently, and this is something that Palestinians have not talked about because of our society. But the girls that, and now there's vans that pick up children to go to school for the most part, right? Palestine.
I can imagine. They're a disgusting society.
Well, before the vans, up until the late 2000s, kids walked to school. And little girls, 8, 9, 10 years old, were routinely sexually harassed by the soldiers.
Yeah.
And worse. I mean, this is something that wasn't talked about at all until the last year or so. So I'm glad Palestinians are more comfortable now to speak about that. That's been happening for generations. So if you can imagine, school girls that went to school and were harassed or worse by Israeli soldiers, grew up, got married, had children, had daughters, and then those daughters, same thing happened to them. There's no words to.
My cousin himself is a detainee. He's a prisoner. He's been a prisoner for now it's almost 2 years.
It's like
society. I don't care what anybody says.
And they say, we only have 200 detainees, 146 detainees. That's all we have. How is it that every Palestinian I come across in my family, there's multiple detainees? Palestine here has a cousin that's detained. What are the chances of, if there were 146 out of 5.5 million people, what are the chances of the two of them being right here in this room, in Amir's room right now? That have family that are detained.
That's the case. We are so goddamn unique.
Yeah, exactly. We are so lucky. Amir is so lucky, which I don't think he is, because Amos is more handsome than he is. But either that, or maybe it's not true. Maybe there are tens of thousands of people that are being held in detention for months to years, and maybe that's the truth.
Yeah, including children.
Yeah, 12, 13 years old. Yeah, I'll tell you, this is how they Palestine. Who was that girl with the blonde hair and blue eyes? She was a teenager. She came from a family of activists, and she was a teenager. She's famous for being an activist. I think she went up against a tank when she was a little girl or something.
Yes, that's true. And she got arrested.
I don't if it's, does she have blonde hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Yeah. They wouldn't arrest her for the longest time. Why? Because she had blonde hair and blue eyes. That's what they said. In the early 2020s, that's what they were saying, that they weren't arrest her because she has blonde hair and blue eyes. And then they finally arrested her.